बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वालैहि वसल्लम अल्लाहुम्मा रब्बि ज़िदनी इल्मा सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वालैहि वसल्लम आमीन अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन। Digits based questions. Digits based questions are always in permutations because in these type of questions order is important. Types of questions. Number 1, even and odd numbers. For both, the arrangement of last digit matters. This number is even because of this last digit 8, whereas this number is odd because of this last digit 7. Number 2, smaller and greater numbers. For both, the arrangement of first digit matters. For example, 4-digit numbers that are less than 4000 from this list. The first digit is exclusive. The first digit could be either 3, 2 or 1. But for greater numbers, like in this case, the first digit is always inclusive. The first digit could be either 6, 7, 8 or 9. Digits are repeated. Well, when digits are repeated, every time we have n digits. Arrange the digits one by one then. For example, if we have to form 3-digit numbers and digits are repeated, then we have to arrange digits one by one. Like NP1 is here, first digit can be arranged in NP1 ways, second digit can be arranged in NP1 ways, and third digit can be arranged in NP1 ways. Never use NP3 because NP3 is only for when digits are not repeated. For example, if we have 8 digits and we have to form 3-digit numbers, then we have to arrange first digit in 8p1 ways, second digit in 8p1 ways, and third digit in 8p1 ways. And we will multiply all these results to get the number of ways to arrange 3 digits from 8 digits when digits are repeated. Two or more restrictions. Types of questions. Number 1, when digits are not repeated, like in this case. So when digits are not repeated, then make separate arrangements for the first digit. For example, if we have to form 4-digit even numbers that are greater than 5000 from this list, then we have to make separate arrangements for the first digit. First digit could be 5, 6, 7 or 9. And last digit could be any even number. So make separate arrangement for the first digit when digits are not repeated. Type 2 question. When digits are repeated. So when digits are repeated, then you have to make separate arrangement for the first and last digits. Sum or all of the digits. For example, if the question is how many different odd numbers, this is the first restriction. Greater than 500, second restriction, can be made using sum or all of the digits. The important thing in this question is this, sum or all. This means the digit could be either 3-digit number or 4-digit number from this list. So the number is either 3-digit in this case or more than 3 digits if there is a greater sign in the requirement like this. So according to this restriction, the number could be either 3-digit or 4-digit. And there are two more restrictions, odd numbers greater than 500. So the arrangement of last digit and first digit, both digits are important. So when the number is 3-digit, the first digit could be 5 or 6. When the first digit is 5, the last digit could be either 1 or 3 because we need odd numbers. So for 5, write 1p1 or just leave it, or you can just write 1p1. This will make your understanding easy. For 1 or 3, write 2p1. Altogether we have 4 digits. We have arranged 1 digit here, 1 here, so leftover digits are 2 and we need 1 more digit here, so 2p1. So there are 4 ways when the first digit is 5 and number is odd. When the first digit is 6, then the last digit could be either 1, 3 or 5 because we need odd numbers. So 3p1 for the last digit, 1p1 for this digit, and 2p1 for this digit. This is 2p1 because we have to arrange just one digit here. Now, when the number is 4 digit, because of this restriction, sum or all, then the arrangement of first digit is not important because the number is always greater than 500. But the arrangement of last digit is important because we need odd numbers. So when we have 1 here, then we can have 3 or 5 here because we need odd number. And we can have 3 here or 5 here as well. So when we have 1 here and 3 or 5 here, so 2p1 for the last digit, 1p1 for the first digit, 2p2 for these two middle digits, and we can have 3 here or 5 here. I mean, even 3 or 5 can come here, like this. So there are 3 ways for the first digit. So 3 for first digit. Or you can write 3p1 as well if you want. Let me write this as 3p1 to make this to make this calculation simple. So for first digit 3p1, for last digit 2p1, and for middle digits 2p2. There are 12 ways. When we have 6 here, then we can have either 1, 3 or 5 here. So 3p1 for this, 2p2 for these two digits, and 1p1 for this. So we just need to add all these ways to get the total number of ways for this question. So when this restriction is there, sum or all, then the digit could be either 3 digit or 4 digit. Next example. How many numbers between 5000 and 6000 can be formed from these digits if no digits are repeated? So the arrangement of first digit is important. The first digit must be 5 and the digits must be 4 digit number. There must be 4 digits. So the first digit must be 5 and digits are not repeated. So we can arrange these 3 digits in this way, 5p3, and this is the breakup. Any one from remaining 5 digits can come here. We can have any one from remaining 4, any one from remaining 3. So 5p1 for this digit, 4p1 for this, 3p1 for this, and this means 5p3. We do this when digits are not repeated. But if repeated digits are allowed, then every time we have 6 digits. N is 6, so 6 digits. So we have to arrange digits one by one. The first digit is always 5 because the number is between 5000 and 6000. So here we can have anyone from remaining 6 because we have every time we have 6 digits. So anyone from 6 here, anyone from 6 can come here. So 6p1, 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 which is 6 power 3. Next question. How many different even numbers can be made by arranging all 9 digits of the number? Since digits are repeated, so the arrangement of first digit and so the arrangement of last digit is very important. You have to make separate arrangement for the last digit. So when we have 2 here, then we can have we know there are 3 8s and 2 7s. So we have 8 digits when we have 2 here. So 8 factorial and 3 factorial for 8s, 3 8s, and 2 factorial for 2 7s. When we have 6 here, then the leftover digits are 8 and 3 factorial for 3 8s, 2 factorial for 2 7s, and 2 factorial for 2 2s. When we have 8 here, then 2 factorial is for 2 7s, 2 factorial is for 2 8s, and 2 factorial for 2 2s. So make separate arrangements for the last digit when digits are repeated. Combinations. I will discuss combinations in my next lecture, inshallah. अल्लाह हाफिज़।